only is 13% improvement passed with an NEC endorsement certificate. So when you complain about 30%, bakhuluma abantu abayi 117 as compared to abantu abayi 300 and so. But I don't want to get into the defensive because all my colleagues are here. Let's talk about provinces. But the spirit is that all provinces have improved, all of them. All of the provinces have improved. And as I say here, what we are reporting, it's improvement in terms of numerical numbers. But in terms of a comprehensive basket, different provinces are performing at different levels, and that is found in our main report. We say which provinces has more kids passed in bachelors, which province has more learners taking maths and science, which province is able to retain more learners as compared to the others. This is a percentage in terms of numbers, so it's only one criteria that we're using, but we've used it, so let's continue on the trend until such time we're able to report also on this comprehensive basket. The Free State in the data again is leading at 88.5%. Repeat it at 2.8%. Gauteng, the children performed at 84.4%, which is an increase of 1.6% from 2021. And the KwaZulu surprise, it had the biggest improvement at 6.2% from last year, which put them at 83%. The Western Cape comes next at 81.4%, again with an increase of 0.2% from last year. Northwest, the new MEC, it has also improved with 1.6%, which puts Northwest at 79.8%. The third best improved province that took out is the Eastern Cape. Eastern Cape. It has achieved 77.3%, which is an improvement of 4.2%. In Mpumalanga, MEC Majuba achieved 76.8%, which is an increase of 2.9%. The Northern Cape achieved 74.2%, which is an increase of 2.7%. And Limpopo is the second best improved province and has achieved what it has been threatening us, that they're going to go out of the 60s, they're going to the 70s. So Limpopo stands at 72.1% with an improvement of 5.3%. And what also I think heartens us is that, Program Director, we can also report that none of our provinces performed below 70%. And none of our provinces declined in results. All provinces, as I said, had one type or the other of improvement. The NDP recognizes districts as a crucial interface of the basic education sector in identifying best practice, sharing information, and providing support to schools. So the continued growth in the performance of districts is also closely monitored and evaluated by both provincial and national departments. So from the monitoring oversight, analysis and performance of all schools, the fee-paying school, the non-fee-paying schools, subsidized and independent schools whose learners write NSC exams, especially schools and schools of skills, will be done and made available to districts. Again, we'll give them analysis of really how they've performed differently. But our ongoing district meetings with district directors where we share information, we share experiences, we will also continue to meet to enable districts to reprioritize their support and intervention programs. So in the 2022 NEC exams, none of our districts attained less than 70%, whereas last year we had districts that performed less than 70%. So I'll just list top districts per province, not national. In the Free State, Muteo is leading at 90.8%. And the second one again, it's in the Free State, Veziletayo, at 90.4%. The third leading district is Johannesburg West, in Gauteng, at 89.7%. Swane South, MEC Gauteng, it used to be the shining star. It's number 4 at 87.7%. Garib in the Free State is also the 6th leading district at 87.5%. And the 4th and the last district of the Free State, Thabo Mofokeng, comes in at 87.3%. In KZN is Ugu, province Kamalume, at 87.2%. Whereas MC Nzolo must be here, so province ga Ikokelo must be here. The 9th is Umkhanyakude in KZN at 86.3%. And the 10th district is Gauteng at 86.2%. And as you can see, of the 75 districts, the top 10 is dominated by 3 provinces. But also what we found more impressive and quite notable is that 4 of the Free State districts, 4 of Gauteng districts, and 2 in KZN. And now the performance of districts per province. In the Eastern Cape, Alfred Nzo is leading. In the Eastern Cape, it's Alfred Nzo, Sibulelu Tatumbangeni. In the Free State, the leading district, as we said, it's Muteo, Klewenta Temuloi. I can imagine his energy and all the other things he brings with, Klewenta Temuloi. In Gauteng, Johannesburg West is the leading district at 89.7%. Thank Tate Ramokwasi. In Ugu, as I say, Jabonga, Sbia, 87.2%. Mukhalakweni in Limpopo is the leading district. Buhlabelo in Mpumalanga is the leading district. And Bujanala in the Northwest is a leading district. We must thank me, Paledi. And in the Northern Cape is ZF Nkau, leading at 83.8%. And in the Eastern Cape is the Metro North, which is leading at 85.9%. So ladies and gentlemen, we observe that there are districts that are not performing optimally, and some schools that are not performing optimally. With the MECs, we'll have to go back to even understand why, after putting all the efforts we've been putting in other places and they've been paying dividends, some schools are just unable to get themselves from the poor performance category. So I wish to urge our provincial departments of education to pay particular attention to these districts and schools and assist them to the extent necessary. The fact that none of our districts are performing below 60, it is a clear indication that all our districts, with an extra nudge, support, and intervention, can cross this Rubicon and perform above 70%. And I'm looking forward to our next meeting as MECs, and we correct. We could meet tonight. We correct. It's a full meeting. I'm looking forward to our next district meetings. I know you all have to go and announce your results tomorrow. Otherwise, I would say, let's do a 12 down and meet and finish all the things we need to do. So in conclusion, Program Director, ladies and gentlemen, there's no doubt that our system continues on an upward trajectory with a desired stability, which is healthy for a large and important system as ours. The unquestionable resilience of our school community has shown against such a devastating pandemic and other challenges such as persistent load shedding, sporadic service delivery, which are also very depressing, and I do hope our committees are going to pull up. And I must say, Program Director, I was very happy this year when I visited schools. There were less incidents of break-ins in schools in all provinces, which I think and I hope is a reflection that our committees are beginning to hear or respect the fact that schools are, this is what you don't go near, because if you want to tamper with any pest or any animal, go to where the children are. And this is where our children are. And people should not at all be tempted to take whatever difficulties they have to our schools. Clearly, the system cannot survive without the direct involvement of all communities of trust. And that's why I was very happy this year when we did school visits that communities really poured into our schools. I visited schools and came across young parents who have stepped up to support our schools. We have committees supporting our schools. We have councillors and really different community people coming to our schools. And for that, we are very grateful and very appreciative. The class of 2022 has clearly demonstrated that with all requisite support and intervention programs, we can make it. We must prioritize our interventions on teaching and learning losses. Support and intervention programs must be implemented across the system. The early childhood development is with us now. Therefore, the foundations of learning must be strengthened from ECD right through the system. With our concerted efforts, we can make it and reach our performance heights in national, continental, and international assessment studies. Apologies. Steadily but surely, we are improving the throughput rate as well as the retention rates in our system. We wish to recognize the confidence our communities have in our ordinary public schooling. The high quality passes we have achieved this year, especially the record number of bachelor diploma passes, as well as passes with distinction, the fact that none of our provinces are performing below 70%, and half of our schools are performing above 80%, is a testimony that ours indeed is a growing system. Ladies and gentlemen, as a sector, we must continue to expand our energies on our sector priorities. We must continue with the consolidation of the ECD programs. We must ramp up the performance of all the phases of our schooling system. We must continue to improve the reading proficiency and numeracy of our learners. We must work harder but smarter with all our partners to consolidate the gains we have made in the skills revolution through our 3-stream curriculum. And indeed, we must continue to strengthen our assessment regime in all phases of the system, and must do whatever it takes to sustain the labor peace that we have enjoyed greatly. And for that, I'm really humbled and very grateful to our teachers and our parents for ensuring that whatever difficulties we have, we resolve and discuss them and deal with them without disrupting the system. So in celebrating the great achievements of the class of 22, I really want to thank the principals. You can stand here and say, Minister, you've worked hard. I've not even run a school. So it's the principals that ran the schools, and these are the results of principals. And for that, I'm really grateful to principals. To teachers, we have an amazing cohort of teachers, energetic, happy. I've seen these happy young people, the young ones with very tight trousers, and ask me, how are you going to take these trousers after this? But you just have a happy cohort of young teachers who are giving their all. I even saw one teacher with flat shoes, with techies. I said, ma'am, techies. Then she showed me that in class I have to sit flat. And she said, Minister, I can't sit flat with high heels. So, and we really are blessed with a beautiful cohort of teachers who give their best. They're in schools over weekends, holidays, and I really want to thank them most sincerely for the support they're giving. The support staff, the parents for the work they continue to do. Again, as I say, for me, I'm not sure whether it's COVID that has really woken us up and made us love each other, love education. We really have parents who go out and support our schools in different ways. I visited a school in Cosmos City, program director. The school starts at 6:30. Parents are there before teachers arrive. They leave very late in the day because the community actually spends their time at the school to look after children so that they not only study, but also they can help them, protect them from any social challenges that are there in communities. And for that, I'm very grateful to our communities. I'm very appreciative. As I say, councillors have taken it up, so they don't say it's not their portfolio, we have to deal with potholes. They know that priority number one is education, whilst we sort out potholes and other things, but our children have to be educated and protected. And for that, I'm very grateful to our committees for all the support that we've given us. I also want to thank His Excellency, the President, Cyril Ramaphosa, and I think you can pass that message, DG. I'm really appreciative for all the support that we get in Cabinet. He listens to all the things. I know he's going to give us money to deal with overcrowding. We've been raising this to say this thing's going to collapse the system. It's going to collapse the system. And unless there's a major intervention, all the work that we're doing is going to come to nil. But I also want to thank my partner and my colleague, Dr. Mhaule. Honorable MECs, basically it's your work, because you are the ones who do the running around. Even when schools, I accompany you. So these schools are yours. Thank you very much for the hard work. And I know all of you work flat out to make sure that the system works. The heads of departments, the district directors, but also the Temweli. Even the day about Kobako High, I'll come and be witness. You are innocent. No sarobala malau. No limsebetsi. So I really want to thank you, and I'll be witness to say And I really want to thank our strategic partners. Our teacher unions have been extremely supportive, and part of our success is also what they do also within their organizations. All our teacher unions have their own development programs, so that as we work on supporting teachers, as unions themselves support their members, and we can see the benefits of the work that unions do with their members. We are also extremely grateful. So when people stay together, sometimes they don't see things together, but it doesn't make us dira, but it makes us partners. And thank you very much for the support. I want to thank also the SGBs. Even during COVID, when it was tough, I used to run to them to say, please help me, man. These are our children. Convince also the parents to send kids to school. And I really continue to be very grateful and appreciative. And I really want to thank our business partners. I want to thank the NECT, which also helps us coordinate business because it's easier to work with a collective. So, Babu Hassan, I'm really grateful for all the support that we get from the NECT. I'm very appreciative. So I want to thank the NECT, our statutory bodies, Umalusi, SAYS, ELRC, the researchers who work with us, because we cannot do without them, because they are the ones who really give us scientific and informed information about the work that we do. And I'm very grateful that most universities have outreach programs, so that when they also intervene and support us, they have the first-hand experience of what is happening in our schools. So I'm very grateful to really the university and the academics and the researchers that are part of the sector. Professor Palim, thank you very much for really using your skills for the good of the nation. I want to thank sister departments who help us on an ongoing basis. South Africans who together with us made the stability and the improvement of the sector their responsibility. Without support from the communities, we'll be in trouble. We'll be a fish outside water. We'll die. So I really want to thank all the communities that work with us. And I want to single out, as I say, the MTN for sponsoring this event, and the private sector who have contributed meaningfully over a period of time in the work that we do. They support us in provinces, they support us in districts. In some instances, they support schools on their own. For that, we are very grateful. Once again, let me conclude by thanking the class of 2022. In all ordinary public schools, but also in all our independent and private schools. Your future is in the palm of your hands. I'm preaching to the converted. I said, make the correct decision. These have already made the correct decision by being the top, but yeah, I had written, so I have to read it, that make the correct life choices. For those candidates who sat for the 2022 NEC exams and earlier exams, as the DM says, please do not despair. We have a special program, a second chance program, and I'm not saying they have a second chance program. You must pass once if you can, but you have not passed. Retain. You will definitely get support from us. But I really want to say and thank everybody. Also thank the governing party for already saying education must be a societal issue. And I'm glad that in all our difficulties, MEC, and all our differences, we don't politic around education because it's at the heart of our nation. So, and I'm very grateful for the support that we get also from the different opposition parties in supporting us with the work, the concerns that we raise, we take them serious, but also thank the chairperson of the portfolio committee for always supporting us and sometimes being hard on us, but siyabulela ke, even nobusingcolisa, but siyabulela. Asizula namhlanje almost. I'm referring to the member from DA. I really always appreciate sometimes when you raise things, because you're taking and when you take a roof, so now roof. But thank you very much for the support and ongoing vigilance that you give us. And district directors, thank you.
Now that the ministers announced a groundbreaking pass rate, it is now in our hands to sustain this performance. Everybody has a role to play in improving numeracy and literacy levels. We all can join the Read to Lead campaign, which is part of the broader reading revolution currently underway, led by the NECT. We will need to focus on learner well-being, ensuring that our children are protected from social ills, and the provision of school infrastructure is one area of critical importance. Quality education towards 2030. The Department of Basic Education. Every child is a national asset.
All right, many thanks to you, Minister Angie Motshekga. I mean, you talk about the overall results increasing and steadily going up consistently since 2009, and I think much credit does indeed go to your department, and certainly the work that goes into bringing, these students that we see today, these learners that we see today that have achieved so highly, and some who aren't here, but certainly much credit does indeed go to the Department of Basic Education, and certainly the Minister. If we can give a round of applause once again. So, of course, we hear that the results this time, 80.1% pass rate, which certainly is very impressive. Right, we get to the part that is quite exciting, the most exciting part of the evening. Minister, not to say your speech wasn't exciting, but certainly the time where we award the top achievers, the top candidates of 2022. I do believe, Minister, you will be on the stage indeed to congratulate those learners that are with us then this evening, the top achieving learners of 2022. And just a word, as the Minister said, it really certainly is an effort that is a combined effort by whether it is the parents or the teachers, the principals, and certainly the Minister did acknowledge them. I have my own former teacher in the audience today, Mrs. Partridge. I think you can wave to everyone there. So, keep in touch with these special teachers, and they are so special, and they've certainly helped you to be where you are today. So, all right, let's get to that award part of the program. And as we start with the quintile 1 achievers. And I will ask yet again, as I had asked in the beginning, that you leave your applause for the last student, who will be the first student. I will certainly indicate when you can start to applaud, so it won't be after each candidate, but certainly I will indicate after each section as to when we can applaud. So let's begin then with quintile 1. We begin in the province of the Eastern Cape. I see the MECs are very sort of competitive about all of this, so we'll see at the end of this who really has the big guns when it comes to the achievers. We start in the Eastern Cape at Doli Senior Secondary School, and third placed is Guiba Nonkenge. And then we come to Mpumalanga Highveld Secondary School, second placed Batobile Penelope Ngambule. And we come to first place, coming from Gauteng Province, IR Lesulang Secondary School. In first place is Busiso Matebula. You can stand up. All right, we'll have a photo opportunity for the winner of each category with the minister, and indeed their certificate and award that they will be holding then for us up there.
Where's the MEC for
Gauteng MEC.
Number 1. MEC join us.
Try to be slow as we can.
All right, and just a reminder of the provincial performance while we do indeed wait for the MEC there. The Free State is indeed the leading province at 88.5%, an increase from 2.8% from 2021. Gauteng achieving at 84.4%, an increase of 1.6% from 2021. All right, let's come to mathematics, and certainly we are still in quintile 1. We begin with the province of the Western Cape, Rondebosch Boys High. Third placed, we have Jason Frederick de Villiers. And from KZN, Westville Girls High. In second place, Priyasha Naidu. And from the Western Cape again, Rustenburg Girls High. In first place, Kelly Grace Prouse. Kelly, you may come up. Western Cape MEC, you may come up. All right, the Western Cape achieving 81.4%, an increase of 0.2% from 2021. I think the MECs are going to be coming up and down quite a lot. Maybe we should have positioned you closer to the stage. All right, let's move on to quintile 2. And the minister has asked that even those placed third and second, if you can wave or stand up so that we can just sort of see you and acknowledge you. Let's do that, all right? Let's start with the Limpopo province, Sekgosese Secondary. Third placed is Kodiso Mudua. That's from Limpopo. In KZN, yeah. That is from Limpopo province. And in KZN, the school is Impiamandla. Second placed is Mthokozisi Nkomo. And moving on to first place, then we have from KZN, Congo High, Sihle Kumalo. Please come up. All right, and just a reminder of how KwaZulu-Natal did perform. The best improved province there, achieving 83%. That's an increase of 6.2% from 2021. So certainly KZN doing something right there, being certainly the most improved province. Congratulations, MEC, and certainly to you, Sihle, coming in first there. All right, let's move on to technical maths, a subject I was not so good at. We'll start in the province of the Free State. Comtech, third placed is Tozamile Funeka, and that's from the Free State. KZN again coming in at second place. The school is Inanda Newtown Comprehensive. We have Untando Lundobuhle Sbia. All right, and coming in at first place in Mpumalanga, the school is Hazy View Comprehensive. Student name coming in first, Lucas Lebogang Chulwane. All right, so that is in Mpumalanga. Mpumalanga achieving 76.8%. That's 2.9% increase from 2021. All right, let's move on then to Quintile 3, and we'll begin with the province of the Eastern Cape. The school name Nyanga Senior Secondary School. In third place is Kanyisile Landingwe. From the Western Cape, at the School of the Center of Science and Technology, coming in at second place is Atenkosi Konzani. And our first place student coming in from KZN, the school being Mhlaweni High. In first place, Asanda Ngobo. Again, showing why KwaZulu-Natal is the most improved province, achieving 83% there. MEC, I don't know if you should sit down. I think you should just wait here. Just grab a chair. All right, let's move on to, yes, another subject I wasn't so great at, physical science. And we'll start with Limpopo again, Sekgopoche Secondary. And we come to the third place, who is Moeletsi Lehumo Tladi. KZN coming in again here, Masib Bumbane High. In second place, we have Lefaletu Sibonelo Zigote. Again, first place, MEC, turn around. This is from Impiamandla School. First place is Mthokozisi Mkomo. You're screaming, you can come up. You can come up and take a photo, come. Are you the parents? Come up, come up. Come. We might as well acknowledge you, come up, come up. Don't be shy now, we heard you. Come, take a picture, come. Are those your parents? Very happy, very happy. All right. Let's give her a chance, let's give her a chance. All right, KZN really coming in here. Doing well. We congratulate certainly the province of KZN in their achievements. 83.0%, an increase. That's a marked increase of 6.2%. All right, let's move on to quintile 4 then, and we begin with the province of the Northwest, Ziniaville Secondary School, and third place we have Safia Wadi. And then in KZN, coming in second, Pendugani High, Sina Kokonke Siaya. KZN again coming in first place, Mount View School. Nikita, please come up. Nikita Govender. KZN doing very well, as we can see. Congratulations. All right, certainly congratulations to our learners and our high achievers then with us this evening. All right, let's move on to, we're still on quintile 4, and we move on to technical science. Mpumalanga, Didi Mabuza Comprehensive School in third place. We have Brutus Isaac Nkomo. Free State, Comtech coming in again. Second place, Ganeto Elliot Lekisa. And finally, my province, Gauteng Province, Madiba Secondary School, in first place, Tewoko McDonald Musiwa. Gauteng Province achieving 84.4%. That's a marked increase of 1.6% from 2021. Wait for your parents, wait for your parents. And as you say, certainly a group effort, and we know the kind of hard work that the parents do too in helping these learners. All right, let's move on to quintile 5 then. I have to mention, here is where the Western Cape is shining, so you might want to be ready to stand up. We'll start with third place here was Hoer Jongen School Paarl. In third place, Kenneth Jansen. Second place, Western Cape again, Bloemhof High School, Simone Anna Martin Low. And in first place in quintile 5 is Rustenburg Girls High, of course in the Western Cape as well, Kelly Grace Prowse. All right, the Western Cape achieving 81.4%, and that's an increase of 0.2 from 2021. All right, we come to the South African Sign Language. We'll begin with the province of KZN. And in third place, we have Shukudo Tando Iloka from Kwatintwa School for the Deaf. Also from Kwatintwa School for the Deaf in second place, KZN, Stogozile Fortunate Lutuli. And from Gauteng Province in first place from Philadelphia, Bongiwe Mkwachwa. Gauteng province achieving 84.4%, an increase from 1.6% from 2021. And of course, we're noting, of course, that the Eastern Cape, KwaZulu-Natal and Limpopo were able to produce a combined total 95,393 diploma passes, which is equivalent to 49.3% of the total diploma passes nationally. All right, and then we move on to the special needs education, and let's start then in the Eastern Cape, the Ifata School for the Blind and Deaf in third place, Ati Tongile. Representing Gauteng Province from Philadelphia School, in second place is Tulani Moses Solobane. And in first place, we have Limpopo Province, Rivoni School for the Blind, Tsepo Maguela. All right, now we get to the big one, really, of the evening, and that's the 2022 NSC National Top Learner. That's the top learners in the country. Very important, this is certainly, and we have two to congratulate then who are the 2022 top learners, one from Western Cape, one from KZN, so both MECs get ready. From the Western Cape, we have the school, Rustenburg Girls High, Kelly Grace Sprouse, and representing KZN from Alfala College, Husna Hafaji. I think we could stand for both of these learners. I'd also like to request that all MECs please come onto the stage so that we can take a photo opportunity with the two top learners of our country. Certainly, please give them a round of applause. So the overall winners then being the Western Cape and KZN, if one is to look at it that way. So very good congratulations to Kelly Grace Prowse as well as Husna Hafaji. You've done well, you've represented your schools well, and you've represented the country well, no doubt, being the top two learners throughout the country. All right. All right, I think, well, that's where we close, but I am going to call up, though, for the vote of thanks at this point. I think while all of this is happening, let me at this time, I have the pleasure to welcome onto the podium Director General. I think he was giving us a breakdown, really, of how each of the provinces performed earlier on, and DG, can you join us on the podium? DG, please come up to the podium. DG Ntanzima Mweli, who will give us our vote of thanks for this evening as we wrap up the event. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Program Director. I see the celebrations are going on. Oversight structures of Parliament are involved. I thought they were neutral. And even though they come from different provinces, at least they are national Parliament oversight structures, so they don't favor any province. Okay. Flo, thank you very much. Let me take this opportunity to thank SABC for having afforded the nation to view this live from the beginning up to the end. Not even load shedding could create serious glitches. And as a program director, you did exceptionally well. Give her a big hand of applause, please. I also want to, Minister has extensively done so, but I'm just going to add to what the Minister has done. Thank and appreciate all oversight structures of Parliament, Select Committee, the Portfolio Committee. Serving a Portfolio Committee is a real joy. You never get to feel which political party you are accounting to. It's a real multi-party forum. And they really hold us accountable. And I want us to give them a very big hand of applause, including the Select Committee. Including the Select Committee, the Chair, Honorable Killian, I'm sorry that I did not acknowledge you. Thank you very much for holding us accountable. Our entities, which includes Umalusi, Tsaruna ke sa badula mo, ntwa ke a badula mo ntatera kumetsi. Re tla boela re bona hore re di etsa jwang. Sotho ha se tolokwe. So thank you very much for supporting us. I also want to convey, the Minister has already thanked our social partners, all of them, all our entities, all our sister departments, including the Presidency DG. Thank you. You've been supporting us from Gauteng when you are still a DG for Gauteng, and you continue supporting us. Give DG a very big hand of applause, please. She's now in the highest place and she continues supporting us and will continue to work very hard. Okay, and then my colleagues, HODs and MECs, thank you for your leadership. Our Minister and Deputy Minister, it's very difficult to get away with anything with Minister and Deputy Minister. The problem is that they've been in the classroom before. It's worse with the Minister. She comes from a family of teachers. I'm telling you, if it doesn't make sense educationally, it will never fly with her. And the same applies to the MECs. They really hold us to account. Credit goes to your leadership. Let's give them a big hand of applause. Thank you very much. And to our HODs and district directors, Minister, I'm influenced by these district directors. They don't go home also. This past few weeks, my children have been asking me every day, are you coming back home? And it reminded me that I've been going away from home too often. And they were actually surprised that I'm home at least for a month. But I'm influenced by these men and women who work extremely hard. They don't actually influence me, they inspire me. These guys, they stay with learners in camps, in schools, Saturday, Sunday. I don't know, they don't seem to have a family life. Including teachers. I mean, teachers and school principals. Let's give them a big, big hand of applause. And lastly, to our sponsors, wonderful members of our corporate world who invest in the basic education sector. This morning I said, the future does not belong to us, it's borrowed from our children. If you invest in our children, you invest in the future of our country. And I want us to really put our hands together to our sponsors led by our wonderful MTN. You know, if I was not afraid of politics of soccer, I was also going to say MTN Kabuyelo. So let's give them a big hand of applause, all of them. It's because I'm a big fan of another soccer team that goes with the yellow, not this one that came yesterday, you know. And lastly, let me thank the organizers, Mr. Mhlanga and the team, the wonderful exam team, led by Dr. Rufus Polia, who has 34 years of experience in exams, Dr. Polia. I mean, Dr. Rakomets. 34 years. So, Prof. Balim, the Youth League of the ASC must be very careful. We've got 34 years of experience in only one member of our team. It's just for a lighter note. And thank you to each and every one, parents who have supported the class of 2022, and to you, class of 2022, we want to say to you, you are a can't get. If you get, you can't buy. Creme de la creme, the cream of the crop, top dogs of the class of 2022. Thank you very much to all of you. Thank you.
I was supposed to end there, but I think the event is over now. I understand that there will be...
Yes, and that was the performance of the class of 2022 with that 80.1% pass rate.